Welcome to the very first edition of Tres Sorelle. I am so happy to have my sisters Gracie and Joe, I'm Bibi, joining us in our first edition. We are making one of our most favorite family meals. We absolutely love this, and I think you guys will too. We're each going to have a step. We'll show you it all. We're going to show you what it looks like done. Believe me, you are going to enjoy this. And now, let me first say to you, we're making Italian sausage, potatoes, and peppers. This is our version, and you're gonna love it. Okay, girls, let's get started.
Okay.
One of the things I like to do first, you guys, as you guys know, because we've all made this so many times, is spray the pan so it just doesn't stick too much, and then we can all get started in our things.
Makes your cleanup easier. Grace, hand me that vinegar and water spray bottle.
Okay.
And one of the things we've learned is that if you spray your vegetables before you before you wash them with vinegar and water, you don't taste the vinegar, and it's a great thing to make them a little bit healthier for all of us.
Yeah, to cut away some of the pesticides that we all know are on a lot of food, because you can't buy organic and everything, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's for sure. Organic doesn't last either.
Yeah. One of the things, I'm doing the potatoes. Oh, we got one with a little bit of a bad spot there.
All right.
Joe hates doing the potatoes because she says she doesn't like to cut
I don't cut them very well. I don't know what my problem is, but
one of the keys is to cutting them. I like to leave the skins on myself. Joe, do you do that?
yes.
How about Gracie, do you do
I
it?
usually don't, but I think it's a really good idea because first of all, it's easier.
Yes.
Second of all,
And we're a little lazy,
you're
let's
getting
be
the
honest.
vitamins of the skin, so I think it's a really good idea. I don't know why I never thought of it.
One thing too, I always think is it's easy to do it like this, but I like to cut the items just a little bit bigger than you might think, because one of the things about this meal is it does cook for a long time, and if you cut them too small, they shrivel up into nothing, and then they have no taste. Now we usually start with the potatoes on the bottom. What's nice is these potatoes, they'll sit and everything gets layered. The sausage is on top, and what happens is all the flavor from the sausage penetrates into all the rest of the things and makes them taste fabulously. So I'm put my potatoes in. Grace, you want to go ahead and put some onion in?
Yes, I
Okay,
will.
you go ahead and do some onion.
Okay.
Just sprinkle it all on top. And that's another thing. It's such a beautiful dish, you know?
This is a meal that is good on the eyes, and it's great on the nose when it's cooking.
Oh, yeah.
It smells really good.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of sprinkle it up here a little bit.
And you know what? One of the things that and Gracie, I'm sure you do this, Joe, I know you do it too, is I like to mix the pepper colors because I'm one of those people, I eat with my eyes. And it has to look pretty, and the more colors are in it, the prettier.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
you use them?
I use them all the time.
Yeah,
Different colors.
and
It's
it just
wonderful.
it makes it look really, really good when it's done. It's so colorful, and what's nice is it's one of those dishes. It's so simple, so easy. So many people like this, and you can. It just looks beautiful. And now I do this too. I know Joe said you don't do it too much, but I usually put a little salt and pepper on this. I think it brings out the flavor of each of these. And of course, we like to use a little kosher salt on it, just to give it a little bit of flavor. Who wants to do the honors of putting the Italian sausage on?
Okay, here. I'll go ahead. Since I'm right here, I'll
Now,
do
one
it.
thing is, I know there will be a version of this recipe on our website, north2north.com. You can go, and we have lots of other recipes on there. And over time, we're going to make all those plus some others of our family favorites, believe me. But what I like to do with this is spread the sausage out a little bit so the flavor penetrates down. Then we're going to pour a little water over it when that's good, Joe.
Okay.
That looks perfect. Gracie, would you mind pouring the water on it? And then you can get rid of these. Okay. Now what we usually do is we pour about 1 inch of water on it, and we cover it with foil. Now this cooks for a long time.
At a
And,
high
A little
heat.
more?
yeah, we usually allow about 1 inch of water in there.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I think you're good, Grace.
Okay.
You know what's great is, in our family, the bigger the family gets, the harder it is to please everybody.
Right.
Well, what's happened, we discovered, is this is one of those meals everybody in your
Everybody
family
loves-
likes. You've got all
everybody
your
loves
kids
it.
and your
Everybody.
grandchildren, your husband.
Everybody loves it.
Joe's husband isn't
Yep.
a big crazy about meats.
But he likes this.
He always enjoys it, right? I know Mike loves it. The kids all seem to like it. And so that makes it simple.
You can eat it as, regular pieces or as a sandwich. So
Now you want to hand me the foil?
Yes.
And what we do is I use heavy duty foil because the thin stuff isn't quite as good. And we cover it with foil. And we cover it real nice and tightly, okay? You want to make sure it's all covered. Okay, cover it real nice. Then we're gonna pop it in the oven, and this cooks at a high heat of like 425. Joe's gonna put it in the oven.
All right.
And it cooks for about an hour and a half with the cover on it. Then we usually take the cover off and let it cook for a little while longer so it's brown. And what happens is, after you take that foil off, then you cook it for a little bit longer, and you end up with some nicely brown sausage. The potatoes get a little bit brown. The peppers are all tasty. You can take this out. It's absolutely delicious. Now, one thing we do, and this is our family thing. Do you guys do this sometimes too, Gracie, by you guys? Is you have the sandwiches?
Oh, absolutely.
We like to use a little Italian bread. Let's cut some, Gracie, if you don't mind. You got a nice serrated knife there. We can cut. We'll cut it and we'll make sandwiches.
You want me to do it for sandwiches?
Yeah, sandwich size. And some people eat it like this with just the potatoes and peppers on top, and of course we all put a little giardiniera on top too because we like that. And but sometimes people like it as sandwiches. And I have to be honest, what do we put on it, Joe, when we make it? We all put a little ketchup.
Yes. Or barbecue sauce.
You can use
Barbecue sauce
barbecue
is
sauce.
good. And it goes really good with a glass of red wine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your resident wine expert.
Yeah,
so.
Joe's the one that's cut a nice piece of sausage there,
Okay,
Joe.
what about like this? Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
And sometimes if someone's a really big meat eater, okay, you can put 2 pieces of sausage in for them if they're like, like somebody who enjoys their sausage.
grab it
There you
tongs.
go. And yeah, well,
Let's get it on. We'll put some peppers on top of this.
Oh my.
Joe put a few peppers on there. Some of those, yeah, really nice. And you can't smell it, but boy, it smells really good. Now we have
Maybe
a few
put a
little
couple on.
difference. Oh, that looks great.
that looks great.
Now you've got a great sandwich. I'm not going to take a bite out of this, but I sure know if Mike were here, he would right now. But this is just a delicious sandwich. You can put some ketchup on it, or as I said, you can eat it as actual dinner with potatoes on the side and the peppers.
Now it's time to enjoy, right?
Yes.
This is Joe's favorite part of the meal. Mine's the dessert. Gracie, maybe the food. I don't know, but Joe's is the
Salad. I
wine.
love the salad.
I like
Yeah.
the wine.
We're all just gonna have just a little bit of wine and just a tiny bit of sample, because you gotta make sure the food's okay for your guests. If it's your family or whatever, you gotta make sure. So, just have a little bit.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay. And we'll just pick a little bit. And of course, we won't tell anybody that we used our hands, will we, girls?
Nope.
Just a little bit of sausage. Did you get a piece of sausage?
Oh,
You gotta have
ate it.
Oh,
I need another one.
you get.
It's okay,
I guess
Grace.
I need
There's
another
plenty.
one.
Don't
Then
worry.
the price is right. It doesn't matter. Girls?
Yep.
Cheers.
All right.
Yep. To family and mom.
Very good.
Oh, the sausage is great.
Tony's has great sausage.
They sure do. Let's have a toast to our first show, and thank you again for joining us. Hope you get to have it this way too.
Wine's good. Yummy.
Good. Very good.